So in case if you were wondering that why did I not test out the whole create post view, it's only because of the reasons that we don't have enough images on our simulator as of default. So I was just adding some images to my simulator, and I just did that. I airdropped few like 10 to 13 images so that we could use them. So how about we just go about and like try to make a post now. So let's just select this image, then let's call it Japanese cafe. Playlist could be nothing. Budget would be like 200 bucks. Ratings would be 4 4 4 4 4. We can move forward, select cafe image, we can select these, we can select Legos. See, I'm just trying to make, and let's call him Mr. Owl. Must carry things should be cash, umbrella, jacket. Let's make a post, and we would get to know if the post was completed via the logs, and we don't get any error logs, so hopefully the post was done. And okay, so actually I think we really need a loader here in order for it to make some sense, but let's just going back, we still need to remove this thing, so that is one thing. And let's just go to our user profile view, and here we would not need the selected image anymore, so let's just remove this. Let's just come back here, let's just go back to settings, and yeah, I just made a new post, so it's showing up Japanese, and the text is a bit long, so it's kind of cropping out, but then again it's loading. Legos is there, and then we might see Mr. Owl, cash and umbrella. So yeah, our images are loading fine. Let's just wait for it to load as well. So this was our hero image, and hoping for it to work fine. Basically it's this image. So yeah, this is there, and we'll soon look into the async image problem because it's persisting, I mean. So let's just go to our database user first of all, and now we need to add a new field here. Let profile image and string type and optional. So basically we'll add a profile image now to our thing, basically our database user. Now I'll go inside our main view model. Here we would actually add a comment which would say profile image. We can make a published property, basically call this profile image, would be of the type optional UI image. This is there. Now what we need to do is that we need to write a function for updating profile picture, and inside our enum also, if we go inside image type, we need to add profile image. So that is done. This is here. What we can do now is that it says missing argument for profile image. Obviously it makes sense. We would shortly take care of it. Let's go to our settings view first of all, and here we would add the option for the user to add the profile image. So select state private var, and it would be show image picker, and this would be an optional value. So let's just give it not an optional but a boolean value, and let's have a state private var for selected image, and that would be of image type, and we can keep it optional. So I was thinking that we might not allow users to have a profile image from the get-go. So let's just have an empty string here, and they can only update the profile image via the settings view. So we would just simply add another button here just below this one, and this button would have a label also, so that is there. Inside the button we would have selected image selected image type. Let's make it so becomes easier for us. Selected image type equals dot profile image. This is there. Show image picker dot toggle. Then inside the label we would have if let profile image is profile image. What we can do is we can show the image as a UI image, profile image. We can have resizable here, we can have scale to fill, we can give it a frame basically, and the frame would be width 90, and we can have a clip shape basically, which would be circle, so people can see like what image they selected. And inside the else, and we can also add the clip modifier here, and inside the else condition we would add a text which basically says select a profile photo. So this is there. For now let's just give it a custom button style, and the color would be color UI color dot maximum yellow, something like that. So this is there. Now what we can do is we can add a profile image upload functionality. So in order for us to upload a profile image, let's just go to our main view model now, and above all of these let's just write it here basically, profile photo uploading. And we would start by writing this function. So it would be function upload profile photo, and this profile photo will have an underscore image argument of the type UI image, would be asynchronous obviously. We open this out. Now we check that if guard let user ID, which we would be needing, so is equal to auth current user dot uid, else we can just return. Now that we have checked that we have a user ID handy, what we can do is write a do catch block, and we will write a functionality. If you remember that we already have the function written for uploading to storage, so we can have image URL equals try await and upload image to storage, and we can pass in the image here. Now that we have done this much, we need to update our Firestore with the profile photo. So that is what we are going to do here. Let db equals firestore, and then inside of this we can have let user reference, and we will refer the user via the db. So basically collections users, and then similarly what we did in all of these functions, and document with the user ID, so we are referencing to the correct user. Now we do try await, and basically we use user reference dot update functionality of Firebase, and we can add a field profile photo, and this field profile photo would actually have image URL dot absolute string. So this is there, and now that we have done this much, we can print out profile image updated successfully. So this is one thing. Now what we can do is that we can write in the catch statement, that would be print, and we would say profile image. Do we have that show toast functionality? Show toast, we have that. what we can do is that we can use it. So basically show toast can be used here, upload profile image, and we can say show toast message, and the message would be image upload success and successfully, let's say, and profile image failed. So we can add in the error case also pro image upload failed, and we can write profile image upload failed. Similarly, I was thinking that inside our create post view we have task and we have upload image and create post. So what we can do is we can show toast message and upload post successful, and we can have upload post failed. So that way it can provide us with some insights as to what, okay, yeah, so it shows this thing. So I guess it should show up, or rather we would need to add that alert there as well basically. So that is one thing to add, we can look into that. But for now, okay, so the profile image functionality is done. Let's just go back and see to it once. So yeah, this is upload profile photo. It takes in an image, uses the user reference, and updates the data with the profile photo. So this seems all fine. Now what we can do is that we can just go inside our settings view, and inside our settings view we can remove this, or we can just remove this now, we don't really need it. What we can do is that we can take the sign out function, paste it below here, and here we will add the button with action and label. So action and label, so inside the action we would just check guard let profile image is profile image. If it's profile image, else we can just return basically, because we need to check if the profile image is there before running the function. We don't take in an optional image, so I don't want our app to crash, and that is why view model dot update is it upload profile photo. Okay, this seems fine, and we can pass in the profile image here. So this is there. Now it's throwing us an error for the label, that is fine. We can select this and we can say update profile image, and then we can add a custom font here for basic use. So fonts dot bold with the size 18. This is there. Then we can have a foreground style black, and then we can have some padding as per all our text that I do. The frame would have a max width of dot infinity. This is fine. Then we can have some background color to it. So this label, I was thinking how about we use dot custom button style, and the color would be color UI color dot neon yellow or something, and then we can use a disabled button on the button in case view model dot profile for image equals nil. So if there is no profile image, we'll disable the button, and also we'll check for that if the profile image is there, equals nil. If it's true, we show some color like gray dot opacity with 0.4, else we show this color, if I make sense. Okay, so what I'm doing there, I will quickly run you through this. Basically, we added a text and we gave it a custom button style just for this background color now. we are checking if the profile image is nil. We disable the button, which essentially means it won't call the function, so the app doesn't crash or anything. We are anyways checking for it, so it returns here as well. And for the UI part of it, we are checking this condition, and if this condition is true, the button color turns out to be gray, else it would have a color of neon yellow. So that is there. Now that we have added this much, what we can do is we can also add a back button here basically, because I was thinking that why not this screen also has a back button like create post view. So for that purpose we would actually need this presentation mode. Let's go back, add it here, let's go front, and now let's check where is our back button. There's our back button. We can copy this out, we come here, we paste it here, this is there. Now what we can do is we can fold this whole vertical stack, and it has some padding, that is great. Now we can add some navigation bar back button hidden, we'll pass in true here, and then we can add a sheet here basically, and sheet would be binded to our show image picker value with a content which would be, we don't need this, so we can remove the in part, and the sheet would actually have an image picker. The image picker would be taking an image type, so selected image type, else that would be profile photo only, and is image picked image, and we can just check if let image equals image, then we can open this out, we can switch on selected image type, and then if in case of profile photo, view model dot profile image equals image, else we can have a default case, and we can break this switch statement, and we don't really need to work with these. So this is the work so far. We added this thing, and it says cannot convert this to a why would it say that? I mean, is presented should be there, and this does not need to exist. So this is the correct sheet that we wanted to use. I hope so. It just, yeah, it refreshes back and it works fine. Now what we can do is that we can go back to our user profile view, and now what we can do is that instead of just using the, I think somewhere in our user profile view we had those let's just wrap this up, we had a vertical stack here, right? So now we don't really need the maximum width infinity thing. What we can do is we can add an edge stack. That stack will wrap these two up. We can have some alignment which would be leading. We can remove the content part. So right now I've just added the both the user ID and the username in a vertical stack which was already there, just gave it an alignment leading, and inside our edge stack we would actually work with the profile image now. So what we can do here is that we can check if let profile image if let profile image URL equals URL from string. It's the same that we did for our post view basically, that we are checking the view model dot database user dot profile image is there, and we can do this, and if it's a valid URL we can use async image. Async image will take in a URL property, and this would be our profile image URL. Then we open this up, we also give it a placeholder, so this is there, we can get an image from here. Now we can use that image, we can give it some resizable, oops, we don't need to do this, we can make it resizable. We can have an aspect ratio for it, that would be fill, this is there. Then we can give it a frame with just the width of like 90, and we can give it a clip shape of like a circle. So it would look better that way only if we have a circle. Then there's the placeholder. So we can have a progress view. A progress view would be there with a frame, and this frame would be with 90 again. Then again it would have a clip shape. So basically while it is fetching, we would show a progress view to our users that the profile image is loading. Most of the times these apps they cache the thing around, so for that we could use Kingfisher in the future, but right now this is fine. So we could use color with UI color, and then we can have game green here. So basically this is there. So this was the whole if let condition. Now how about an else? Because what if the valid URL is not present, what we would show? So we could use a system image, and we can have person dot circle dot fill. So this way it helps us to work around with the placeholder. So in case the image is loading, it shows the placeholder. In case it's not loading, okay, wait, I forgot that we cannot actually give it a size with custom font, or can we? Let's just check. Let me use custom fonts dot bold, and let's just give it a size of 70. I guess that would seem fine. We can have a foreground style with the color white. So we can actually color our SF symbols, right? So that is what I'm doing right here. So this is there. We can have some padding here. It says value of type optional, must be unwrapped. So you can have a question mark here as well. I don't think so that's an issue for us. So now let's just try running and checking this whole functionality out, and hopefully we would be able to see a placeholder for now. But the moment it loads up, let's just see how it looks. Okay, so this looks like this for now, and okay, this seems fine to me. But the moment I go to settings, we have few things. Let's go to our settings view for now, and we can wrap this whole thing up inside. How about I create a Z stack, and we can have a Z stack. We can do something like this. Inside the Z stack we can have color dot black, and the Z stack would have ignore safe area. So let's just try running this now. Let's just see if it looks any better, because that looked kind of bad to me. And we can fold these buttons to see like what else is going on here. So we have 3 buttons here, I guess 4 buttons, and label is also folded. So here we can add a spacer, and we can add a spacer here as well, but this would only have a frame with a height of 40, or let's just say 60. Let's try running this now, and let's see how does it all look. So hopefully it looks okayish, I mean doable for now, and later on we would make some more changes here. Okay, so this seems fine, and this is not clickable on anything. So you can just select a profile photo, and if I select a profile photo and we should select Crollo, we see this thing, which doesn't really seem good, right? I mean, this looks way off than I thought. I mean, how about we go inside our button, which was it? So there's the upload thing, and it shows the profile image, I guess. So it should be scaled to fit, I suppose. And then we can clip shape the thing. So let's just see how does this look, and hopefully it looks fine. So let's just hoping that it looks fine. We can select a profile image from here. This should be there. Okay, this seems better than the previous one, so this is there. We do update profile image, and basically let's just see the logs. And okay, so profile image updated successfully. We go back and now it should ideally just it should work out, I guess. If you go to profile, this is nothing. Explore page is nothing. So okay, it's not loading as of now. So how about we try running this thing and check that if it works out or not. And not really, right? I mean, the image property, if we go inside our Firebase user, we refresh it, we should see a profile image value, and possibly it should update there. So we have post, that is fine. We have a user with a profile photo thing. This profile photo, if I copy it out, not from here, we will copy it from, how about I can I just not can I just not yeah, this is there. If we just copy it out and paste it here, what does it show us? So yeah, the photo is being uploaded. So what is going wrong with our user profile view? The user profile view, it's checking if database dot profile image is there. Okay, and I think for us, and we are fetching the database user here. So actually it should be making some print statement, fetched user. How about we go here and search for fetched user? We have one match, so we can do this. And it says profile image as nil. So okay, this seems a bit weird. Why would it say profile image as nil when we are fetching the profile image and it is being shown here? Because it's of the type profile photo. So if I go to the database user, the database user is profile photo. And now let's try doing it. So basically there was a miss from my end. I actually named it different while making the profile photo. While making the API call, I actually named it profile photo, and inside my structure I actually named it profile image. So that is what I did wrong, and it says fix. This is there. Let's just try running the code again. Hopefully this works out now. And yeah, this builds fine. So hopefully it just should load. Okay, it's loading. It's not loading the right way, but yeah, it's showing up. How about we go inside our user profile view and see to it that what's wrong with our progress view. So okay, this has a frame, this has a clip shape, and this has a background color. So I'm not really sure that why is it not coming in a circle, because okay, we have added this and that, and I feel that this should ideally work, I would say. So let me just think, how about we give it a height of 90 as well and try running this now. So hopefully that should fix the issue. Now just taking up the width parameter, which is kind of weird, but okay. And yeah, this still seems better than the other ones. We can have clipped, or we can have something like this. We can remove this here. Let's just see how does it turn out to be. So quickly running the app and seeing, and yeah, this seems fine, and then the profile image is loading beautifully, so that works fine, good for us. So now what we can do now is that we can continue with the following followers feature in the next video. So I hope to see you in the next video. Thank you.